to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I'm your host, Keisha. We've got producer James over here, finally back from his long trip to India.
Hello.
I thought he was going to find a bride over there.
No, there are plenty of goddesses, but none like you.
Oh, wow. We're really trying to score some points here today. Unfortunately, I'm not a point taker. So...
Or a point giver.
No, I'm not. You know, something that I am still surprised about all the time is that more people don't realize that dogs know how to fake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it's a real true thing that they know how to fake. And when I tell people about this, they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's been scientifically proven. There's been studies. We witnessed it all the time because our dogs fake a lot of shit. It was a few years back. How long have we had Liam the cat?
4 years now.
Five. So we had him 5 years ago. But before we had him, we had Salem the cat. And maybe I've told this story, how we got a cat. Our toy poodle Sushi didn't like the fact that we got a cat and faked a near-death experience. Okay?
I've heard about dogs like faking different ailments, and
yeah,
I never saw it, but
yeah, you saw it then.
Yeah, proven, confirmed.
Yes. He pretended like he was on death's door, death's bed, and two trips to the vet, $400 later, and the vet's like, really, there's nothing wrong with him.
And a half a gallon of tears. Don't forget.
Oh God, oh yes, I was just like, I was having my Joan Crawford moment. I was stuck in my bed, covers drawn all the way up, couldn't talk to anyone, couldn't speak, preparing for a memorial service. We thought he was dying.
Well, remember that one vet said,
oh yeah, she was a fucking moron.
Well, that's what we get when we take our dog to the equivalent of the free clinic.
Yeah.
I mean, she was saying, well, he may have liver problems. He may have all kind of shit.
All these things that he does not have. He turned 14 this month, and he still doesn't have any of those ailments. Okay, and this is 5 years later, and he's a lot of years older. He doesn't have those ailments, but he's a professional faker.
He put on a depressing act.
Yeah,
he sure did.
We got rid of the cat, which when I say got rid of the cat, we moved the cat to my mom's house. Motherfucker was bouncing up and down. Are we going on walks? Are we going to sprinkles so I can get one of those doggy cupcakes? I want a pup cup. He was completely, totally fine. But he is still a faker, and he has taught our Chiweenie to fake as well.
Oh, yeah.
So Sushi has always faked a gimp, okay, since he was a puppy. He has faked a gimp. I don't know what it is. He just will run. And then all of a sudden he fakes, oh, something's wrong with my leg. But there's nothing wrong with his leg. He just fakes as though it is. Okay.
Yeah, he'll run along and then he'll like pick up his leg.
Yeah.
3-leg trot.
And
for
that's
no
it.
Good reason.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with his bones. He's not crippled at all.
He has good hips.
He has very good hips, but he fakes a gimp, okay? And I think it's because when he faked it once upon a time, I just was like, what is wrong? Oh my God. Yeah. Do we need to amputate? Are you okay? Let me carry you around, you
Get
poor.
The Kickstarter.
Yeah, you poor little dog. So 14 years later, he still fakes the occasional gimp. But now he's taught it to Marvel, who once again, there's nothing wrong with his legs. He's not crippled. His leg doesn't hurt, but he occasionally fakes a gimp.
Yep.
Yeah, like there's something wrong. And once again, it's because, oh my God, what's wrong with your leg, Marvel? Do we need to take you, you poor thing? Come get an extra treat. Yeah, so they even go as far as if I don't pay them attention when they want it, they fake cough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they fake cough, they fake sneeze, anything to get that attention, even if that attention is only, God bless you.
They're like grade school kids who have figured out, like, how to go to the nurse and get the nurse to call your mom. Like, throw up. Like, once you learn to make yourself throw up, you can go home anytime you want to from school.
Well, they fake that too.
Exactly.
They fake throw up. Yeah. When they're not getting the amount of attention that they want at that certain amount of time, it's like, oh, okay, they just throw up. But if you have to go to get it to come up, nothing needed to come up.
You didn't have to throw up.
They fake. Phlegm comes up with them because they're faking, and there's nothing wrong with them. They'll do it and turn around and be like, hey, did you notice that I threw up over here? It's just the most fucking awful thing. And I think when their times are over, I'm done with the animals. I may get a bird. I may get a fish, something like that.
You need to get something that is contained. Like a fish or a snake, something that lives in something you close.
Yeah, because I'm not good with these kind of animals shit. Because I pay them way too much attention. I mean,
treat them like kids.
I do. Even like the cat. If he wants attention and I'm on my phone, literally the phone will be in my hand. He will make it so he just sits on my phone.
I've watched you with the animals and with Mila, and there's no difference. You treat them the same way you treat a small child. Spoiled the shit out of them.
I'm not a good parent.
No, you're a great parent. You're a terrible disciplinarian.
Yes,
you're a wonderful parent.
I don't know how to activate that discipline button at all. Like, even when they're bad and I tell them, you're bad, but I'm like, well, come here, come get a treat.
Oh, yeah.
Or come let me hold you. Which
all of us are bitching at them for doing something wrong, and then you're like, oh, well, come here. It's not really your fault. They're all wrong.
They could have been having a bad day.
Sure.
I mean,
every day.
Yeah, that like James doesn't believe in like treats. And
I do when you do a good job.
No, sometimes you just want a treat. Sometimes aren't you laying in your bed and you're like, ooh, man, I want some potato chips. And you have the ability to get up and walk and go get those things.
You have the ability to tell your husband to go put something in a bowl.
I do.
Like you did last night.
I do. So they sometimes just want a treat, but they're not able to go into the pantry and get their own treat.
But do they deserve a treat?
Do we deserve treats every time we get treats? No, we're not.
No, sometimes we get treats for the wrong reasons, but you don't know the difference.
But we have the capability of getting up to go get those treats. Sometimes they want a treat. They don't want a treat because they did something right. They may be just craving something.
So that's fine. Just give them a treat when they're doing nothing. Don't give them a treat after they did something bad.
I do give them treats when they're doing I give them a treat because they look cute.
I know that you do it all the time, so they're not learning anything. That's why their behavior's not changing.
Sometimes you just want a soda. We don't need a soda, but you just want something sweet and, something, thirst quenching, or you just want a treat. They do too.
You just rationalize everything, and it's adorable.
No, they want a little extra something, but they don't have it's like someone with no arms who wants a tasty treat, but they don't have the capability of going to go get the tasty treat themselves. So they have to rely on someone else.
If a person with no arms made themselves throw up, would you give them a treat?
No, because that's stupid for a human. That's called bulimia.
Okay.
When a human just decides to throw up.
And we just established the fact that dogs fake behavior.
They do.
So why would you encourage that behavior?
Well, they fake a behavior because they want a fucking treat. So there you go.
It all ends in treat.
They get a special little treat. So if you're a friend of the Libra Lounge with Keisha, which I hope that you are, you know what time it is. It is time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
Okay, so this bitch right here, Jada Pinkett Smith, wrote a book.
Jada Pinkett Smith, Shakur, Tupac.
Yeah, who no one asked her to write a book, but she fucking wrote a book. I don't even know the title of the book. And then she went on this book tour and told everything that was in the book. And no one cared. No one cared at all.
What was the name of the book?
I just said, I don't even fucking know the name of her book.
Oh, I think was it Worthy? Something like that? Or Who the Fuck's Will?
No, it should have been titled Let Me Fuck Over Will One More Again.
Will
because that's all that she did. I mean, I think Will is somewhere in at the Betty Ford Clinic. Not that he has a substance abuse issue, just because this bitch has driven him insane. She is someone who thrives for attention so badly. And I'm the type of person that, look, I just rather you say, hey, you know what? Today I need a little bit of attention here. So just give it to me. I'm not going to go write a book and blast my husband. Now, that is something that I would do. I would totally write a book and make fun of my husband the entire part of the book. But damn.
But make fun is different than turning him into a fucking complete cuck for his whole life.
Yeah, he really did. She really did. So, one of the things that she mentioned was that she and Will have basically been living separate lives, like separate lives for almost 10 years.
Right.
Okay. I think it's right about around 7 years. Now, if you go through your Rolodex of shit, you remember it was only a few years ago that she was in this huge entanglement, with August Alsina,
right,
whose real name is August Alsina Jr., as we figured out, which I really didn't know anything about this dude other than he was involved in this entanglement, and everyone kind of hated him. Yeah, people gave him a lot of hate because, oh, how dare you cheat on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's wife? Why'd you do that to Will Carton's cousin, him? Like, why'd you do that? And we, hated him. But I knew something was suspicious whenever August Alsina was on the reboot of The Surreal Life. I was like, I like this dude. He's real spiritual. He's kind of an asshole. I like that kind of vibe.
Right.
But I'm like, there's something likable about him. Then if you, at the end of The Surreal Life, when they gave an update about him, he's gay.
Oh.
Which Jada kind of looks like a little girl boy, if you think about it. And that made a lot of sense. I'm like, I like this dude. So there's this whole entanglement that really was an entanglement because this was during the part where she and Will were fucking separated. So she did all this to embarrass her husband. Okay, let's just put it out there. She did it to had Will on her red table talk with her mom and daughter, him crying, crying, because his wife fucking cheated on him, but they didn't even live in the same house. I don't even know if these fuckers still file taxes together because they literally only get together whenever there is an award ceremony and they color coordinate their outfits and then they go. I don't even think they take the same car to nor from the award ceremony at all. Okay. So then she goes on to tell us that, which this kind of makes sense of what happened at the Oscars. Chris Rock asked Jada out. She admitted to that. He asked her out on a date.
Before the Oscars?
Before the Oscars.
Okay.
Because he thought they were divorced. He was like, aren't y'all not together?
See, I'm going to need Chris to validate that.
I believe it. Chris is the right amount of fucking goofy that he would. So let's just imagine this. Picture this if you would. People see them around. They see them going out to eat. They see them at different events, not the big, huge events, and they're never together. Okay? Then there's a whole entanglement. I think he's the right amount of goofy that he would ask her out. And when she goes, no, Will and I are still married. He's like, I thought you guys were fucking divorced.
And maybe that was it. Maybe it was just something funny.
Yeah, but Jada, she probably said, hey, Will, guess what? Chris Rock just asked me out on a date. If I were Will, I'd be like, bitch, go. Have fun. Enjoy. You need me to pay for it? Put it on my platinum card. Have a good time. Get out the fuck out of my face. So then we go on to the Oscar ceremony, and we don't know. I'm just going to assume she probably brought that up right before the Oscars. I wouldn't put it past her.
Something really happened there.
Something really set him off.
Because two people like us, if we're in the audience and somebody's throwing jokes at us and we know it's funny, we're going to laugh about it. We're going to be like, yeah, you do that shit. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but you're not going to do that if I told you 10 minutes before the show that the guy who was hosting just asked me out.
Well, if he had just asked you out, that was, that'd be one thing. But still, though, that was such an overreaction. I'm like, there is something so fucked up about this relationship for that to be your reaction to harmless.
Him referring
jokes.
To her as G.I. Jada.
Yeah, because she has no fucking hair.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of no fucking hair, so after that whole Will slapped the shit out of Chris Rock on stage in front of all of America, she goes on to say, well, I have alopecia, which was still odd to me. Because Jada has always kept her hair short. The only time she didn't have short hair was when she was on A Different World.
Right.
From then on, she has had every now and then she'll bust out with a little, as all black women do, a little sew-in. But it's not very often. She has always rocked the short hair.
Right.
So then that's when she's like, oh, I have alopecia. So this is also revealed in her book, okay? She says, Tupac was the love of her life, her soulmate, but they had nothing in common. Well, bitch, that means y'all are not soulmates, because if you have a soulmate, y'all have like a checklist. Oh man, this person likes pepperoni pizza with anchovies and green olives and onions. Okay, check. Oh, this person and I have great long conversations walking on the beach. Check. Oh, this person and I love the same kind of movies. Check. Oh, this person and I, la 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 la. It's a checklist of things. Therefore, they're your soulmate.
Right.
They're not your soulmate if y'all have nothing, no connection.
Exactly.
That's kind of one of the criteria to having a soulmate. So then she goes on to reveal that Tupac had alopecia.
Which
What are the chances that two people in a relationship who didn't meet at an alopecia support group both have fucking alopecia?
Well, let me ask a question. How does somebody have alopecia and they got thick ass eyebrows, a mustache, a little chin beard?
You can have alopecia on different parts of your body. It can affect different parts.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's maybe their shin, because Jada Pinkett Smith has always had hair. She just keeps it cut real short. She's not losing it. And Tupac, I'm looking at a picture, he had hair all over his damn face.
Well, she says they both had alopecia.
Well, they may have alopecia like on the back of their hand or something.
I don't know,
like,
but to me, I'm like,
it ain't like powder.
That is weird that two people who are a couple both have alopecia. And she said Tupac was very self-conscious about it. And we thought it was a thing.
Well, and it's never been talked about until
she brought it up.
All the shit we know about Tupac.
Yeah, she said he was very embarrassed by it. I mean, for me, I would have been more embarrassed by the fact that I had an egg-shaped head, which he did.
Yeah,
please don't anyone from Murder Inc. or anybody like that. Don't come after me. Don't shoot up my car or anything. No thugs. We're not about that thug life. I just make fun of people's heads. If you listen to the show, I make fun of producer James's big ass crack. Like, what do you have? What is it? Cro-Magnon head all the time. It's kind of shaped like a big penis as well. Tupac. R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah, so this book is so full of bullshit. I don't even think people are buying it because we just don't like Jada. She's just
She's very unlikable. She used to be very
She used
likable.
to be very likable. You know why? Because she's married to Will Smith.
Eve's Bayou, Jada Pinkett Smith, was all right.
She wasn't in Eve's Bayou.
Wait, which one was she in?
Idiot.
Blue Bayou? She was in something with a bayou. Was she not?
She was in that movie that took place in Houston. God, I can't remember the fucking name of it.
Uh-oh.
What is it called? It was based here in Houston. It was a really good movie. Everyone loved it.
Let me look.
It had a girl's name in it.
Jason's Lyric.
Jason's Lyric. Yeah, everyone loved her. Yeah, the girl's name in it. Okay, it had a fucking name in it.
Well, that's right, because her name was Lyric.
Yes, that's right.
Jason's Lyric was.
Yes, it was a very good movie. People loved her. People loved her when she was in Scream. We have loved her all the way up to she did Red Table Talk.
Ooh.
And did too much talking. Her and Will talk too much about shit nobody is asking or wondering about. Now, we did want to know about the slap, which you still don't have a confirmation on the slap. Maybe you have to read the book. If that's the case, we shall never know because no one's reading the book. But I tell you whose book everyone is reading is Britney Spears' book, The Woman in Me, which I just finished it last night. And I was a little bit upset because every 3 days, someone revealed what was in the book. And it's like, God damn, are we going to have anything to fucking read? Which there was a lot more to read. Okay. So this was a shocker for me. Okay. Britney revealed that the first time that she had sex was at age 14. Okay.
Okay.
Which all these years we thought or were led to believe that Britney was this big virgin up until the time that Justin Timberlake went in there and broke her off.
All marketing.
Yeah.
Image.
Yeah. It went so far as to whenever Justin came out with his first solo project, he was doing like radio show interviews and someone's like, Justin, we will play your song every single hour if you tell us you tap that ass. And Justin was like, I tapped that ass. Okay. But in our minds, we're like, okay, Justin was her first. No, she gave it up like her freshman year in high school and had been having sex all the way up into she started having sex with Justin Timberlake.
Anybody who acts that crazy now, you have to wonder about everything ever said about her.
You really, really fucking do. So we found out that, we thought, because Britney's only a couple of years younger than us.
She's 41.
She's 41. I just turned 44. So we're in the same age group. So we thought she had this kind of perfect life in Louisiana. She was just this country girl. We didn't know that both of her parents were complete assholes. Well, now we kind of do, but not as asshole-ish as they fucking were, okay? Her dad was like this alcoholic. He would leave the family at like days at a time and crazy shit like that. Her mom was a fucking alcoholic. Her and Britney were having damn fucking daiquiris and shit when Britney was like 11 years old. Okay, they would go off. They would drive 2 hours away to Mississippi, go to the beach, and they would fucking drink They would drink fucking snow cones with alcohol in them. And I'm just like, damn, they're wilding out. She talks about all of her marriages, which this is one complaint that I have about the book. I think she could have gone into more details about certain things, okay? Like, she kind of speeds through her relationship with Justin Timberlake.
Right.
I mean, literally, it's just like, yeah, we were together. I was in love with him. We lived together. I got pregnant by him. I had an abortion at home in the bathroom. And Justin came in because I kept crying and he played his guitar. If I'm on the floor having an abortion, the last fucking thing I need to do is see the motherfucker's face who got me pregnant.
With a guitar.
With a guitar playing music. That is not soothing to go put on Enya or some shit like that. Enya, her music. I don't need, like, what? Go roll me up a fucking joint. Like, what? You're going to play your fucking guitar with your, ramen noodle fucking hair? I don't need that in my life right now.
So did she have somebody come perform it? Because you can't do that by yourself.
I think they came and gave her the abortion pills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she had those pills.
So she had a induced miscarriage.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Only he knew about it.
With the soundtrack.
Yeah. I'm like, was one of those songs on his first solo album?
Which Justin Timberlake song should be playing during that time?
Cry Me a River? I mean,
that's a pretty good one.
I mean, I just don't even.
I don't think "Sexy Back" would be a good choice.
That would not be good.
I mean,
just
you may snap back.
I don't know. It was just like weird. I mean, this girl didn't even tell her parents. She didn't tell her mom. But now we know because her mom was a fucking bitch, like a horrible bitch. These people literally look so sweet and innocent, but they were everything but. So she has this abortion, and not too long after, Justin leaves her.
Yep.
Yeah, she didn't go into any details or like what led up to it. Like, how was he an asshole to her? Like, there was a lot of details missing throughout the book, but then Britney wrote the book, so.
So she says that he cheated on her a lot.
Yeah, because he was fucking Justin Timberlake. I would expect for him to cheat on me. Yeah, she knew. The thing about it is she knew that he was cheating on her. She just never said anything about it.
Yeah, she said photographers caught Justin with one of the girls from the All Saints.
Yes.
In a car.
Yeah. Which that came out before the book came. Like, as people were reading it, things just were coming out.
Right.
I'm sorry. If I found out you cheat on me and I'm Britney Spears, I'm going to hire someone to cut your dick off. Because she had that kind of power and she had that kind of money. I mean, she at that point was considered one of the sexiest women in the world. But you know how white people, anybody could be the sexiest, the prettiest in the world. I'm like, well, have you fucking seen everybody in the world? Because you mean celebrity. This is the hottest celebrity of the fucking year.
And that's what it is. It's not the most beautiful. It's who's the hottest right now, who's going to get the most people to buy this issue because they're on the cover. Yeah,
because if that were the case, Jennifer Aniston would never, ever, ever be the most beautiful woman in the world, as People magazine has awarded her multiple times. Right. I'm like, she fucking looks like an eagle. Like, she looks like a human. Like,
she's like a middle school. She looks like that middle school teacher who all the young kids thought was
hot.
Yeah.
had a baby with an eagle. That's what she looks like. I have never thought her eyes are too close together. I have never thought Jennifer Aniston was good looking.
She's too
ever,
plain.
ever,
She's
ever.
way too plain for you.
There's nothing exotic about her. No, she is white people cute.
Yeah.
At most. And white people really think she is fucking cute. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, maybe she has a golden pussy because she was able to pull Brad Pitt, but that's it. So anyway, yeah, Britney Spears is, oh, this is the it girl. She's so pretty. Look at her abs. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But Justin Timberlake still cheated on her and he still left her. Okay. So we know she had an abortion. Then she did that quick marriage that she's like, in the book, she's like, I don't even remember that. I was so fucking drunk. I was like, what happened last night?
Yeah, that was to Jason Alexander. It's like 55-hour marriage.
Is that what the guy's name was?
It was Jason Alexander.
She said the next morning, everyone was so irate and acting so crazy. She was like, did I kill someone last night? She just had no idea what the fuck was going on. So, then she gets into this relationship with Kevin Federline, which there was no fucking details about how their marriage went. She just goes from, we got married, I got pregnant, he tried to become a rapper, and then he started dissing me. I don't even know how this fucking happened. You're married to Britney Spears, you have no money, no one knows who you are.
You're a backup dancer.
You're a backup dancer. She didn't even go into details about how they started dating. She just, he held me in a pool real tight for as long as I wanted. Bitch, I would hold on to you for fucking ever. You're Britney Spears and you're rich. Yeah, I can do that. It was no build up to them dating or anything like that. This guy's only claim to fame was that he was a backup dancer and he knocked up fucking Shar Jackson, who nobody knows who Shar Jackson was unless you're black and you watch Moesha, because that was the show that she was on. Okay, no one knew who Shar Jackson was. Okay, he had a kid with her. She was knocked up with his second kid when they started dating. This is how much of a fucking loser he was. Britney didn't even fucking know that until, I think, after they got married. One of her friends was like, he's got a kid and he's got his ex-girlfriend just had another baby. How do you not mention that to anyone?
Wow.
How do you not say this? This a good thing and I'm not trying to fuck it up, but real quick, I got a baby on the way.
By the way, just to let you know.
Yeah, he was smart. Because I wouldn't have told her that shit until after I married her either. I'm not trying to fuck up my gravy train. But this guy was such a fucking asshole that he's trying to become a rapper. He goes to the studio. He doesn't pick up her phone call. She's already got one kid by him who's a baby. She got pregnant 3 months later. Ooh. She's pregnant with the second kid. He tells fucking security, who I'm sure is being paid by Britney Spears, don't let her in here. I don't want to answer her calls. He legit would not see her.
Just totally ghosted the
Britney Spears.
Mom. Oh, Britney Spears. Yeah.
How the fuck are you Britney Spears and I'm me and no motherfuckers about you talk about breaking the motherfucking door down. Okay? That is what I'm gonna do. Who's gonna touch me? I'm fucking Britney Spears, plus I'm pregnant and I got a baby on my hip. So she just turns around and goes home. He doesn't answer her phone calls. How does that? Bitch, you are literally paying for his studio time. All you have to do is go up in there and say, cut the studio time.
Cut.
And I'm not paying for any of this shit anymore. But this is how insecure that she is. How does that happen? How do you?
Because deep down, past the money, past the fame, past everything, you're like you said, a low self-esteem, scared little girl.
Yeah, and that's what she was.
You never became a full adult.
No, not at all. She's supporting her family fully, entirely.
Well, you say supporting. It's not like she's consciously doing things that are supportive. She's just making a ton of money and they're taking it.
Well, she's giving it at first. She's buying them a home, but doing that, taking care of them, and they're fucking ungrateful as fuck. Then she has this second kid and she's in full-blown postpartum depression.
That's when she shaved her head, right? Was that?
Well,
was
so
that?
she starts shaving her head because between Kevin Federline not letting her see her kids, okay, her parents not helping her at all. She figures out everyone wants me to be pretty. Everyone wants me to have long hair. All this shit is going on that we didn't know exactly the details of then. She goes into a salon and she shaves all of her hair off. And we're like, oh my God, Britney Spears is crazy. Britney Spears is on drugs. Why did she shave her head off? What's going on? Because that's all that we know at that time.
Right.
Now we know she's in full-blown postpartum depression, probably had it after she had the second baby, got pregnant after 3 fucking months. You're not even really supposed to be fucking that hard 3
Not
months
really.
after having a baby,
No.
okay? She was very scared to have a vaginal delivery, like petrified, more so than I fucking was, because her mom kept giving her all these horror stories, okay?
Oh.
So she's doing this. Everyone thinks she's crazy. He won't let her see the kids. And I'm like, again, haven't you been to the White House by now, Brittany? Can't you call up the president and say, hey, Mr. President, help me out here? Like,
But then you're surrounded by people whose job it is just to say yes.
but they're not doing that.
No, I know.
They're telling her no.
Yeah.
Her parents convince her that she's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They make her go to places that she shouldn't go, like rehab. She didn't have a drug problem. She never had an alcohol problem. But these are the places that they make her go.
Yeah.
I'm going to speed through it. She starts acting crazy. Kevin won't let her. How do you let someone who's fucking basically broke
How do you let a backup dancer tell you anything?
tell you, no, you can't see the kids. You can see the kids when I allow you to see. What? Because at that point, there's no custody thing.
Right.
So he can take the kids on one of his visits and not bring them back because there's no custody thing. But again, you're Britney Spears and you've got all this fucking money. You can fucking kill him if you want. Yeah, that is what she should have done.
Or you can get the lawyers to make it work for you.
She's so dumb that, I mean, she really was just dumb. She says in her book, I was just stupid and innocent, didn't know anything, right? So then her parents are like, you need how do you say
Conservatorship.
A conservatorship.
We need to manage your life.
Everything.
Basically.
And so every time she doesn't do what they want her to do, they make her go to rehab. She only had an allowance of $2,000 a month.
Wow.
No, a week. Was it a week?
Yeah, it had to be a week. Something like that.
That fucking spend $2,000 a week. I mean, what the fuck is that? Her dad calls her fat. He won't let her see anything. She's got her phone tapped. She can't watch the movies that she wants to watch. She can't drive her car. She cannot eat for almost 13 years. She couldn't eat what she wanted to eat.
Wow.
She had to eat baked chicken and canned vegetables.
Ugh.
Yeah, for a chef that she's paying for who's listening to her dad, who they have convinced her she can only have this court-appointed attorney. She can't get her own attorney. They have convinced her that much. Every time she tries to rebel against them, they lock her up.
Wow.
And they keep locking her up. They keep locking her up. But they're saying, no, you're too crazy to do this. But hey, you can get on stage and perform. Like, she's still performing.
Yeah.
But they won't even let her dictate her own, the Vegas resident that she had.
Right.
They wouldn't even let her determine how it went. She's like, we've been doing the exact same show for 3 years. Let me remix these shows. Her dad's like, no. The only way she could fight back, she goes, I just decided I was going to quit swinging my hair because that's what's sexy. And I know that's what people wanted to see. That's what they wanted me to do. But I didn't swing my hair. She goes, I don't even know if they noticed, but that was the only control that she had.
Wow.
Literally, the Free Britney movement is what got her free. Like, one person was like, hey, Britney hasn't been on Instagram in a while. We think she's locked up, which she fucking was at that time. We need to do a free, oh no, I don't know. Let's go get these t-shirts that say Free Britney. And let's just start telling people we think she's locked up. Well, she was fucking locked up at that point. It took a nurse who was like, Britney, I think you need to come see this, and showed her the computer. and people are walking around with like signs saying free Britney t-shirts. And she's like, what does this even mean? She's like, they're trying to help you. That clicked into her head. And then she's like, I think I could get my own lawyer. And that's what did it.
Wow.
Yes. And she's paying, like, it's just so fucked up. Her parents are so fucking horrible that I'm like, damn, even my parents, they don't even like me and they don't treat me this fucking way. Like, there's moments that I'm like, I got to take a break from reading this. Like, man, how fucked up were her? I thought I was a fucked up parent. No. And it was just bad. Just really, really.
That sounds like a cult of one person. Like,
her whole family was treating her like shit. Even her mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Her
Yeah,
mom, while she was fucking going through postpartum depression at her worst, wrote a fucking book about her.
Ugh,
I'm like,
just terrible.
that's just terrible. But you know what else is terrible?
Who's that?
Kim Zolciak.
Yes, she is.
Yes. Kim Zolciak, oh my God. So, you know, their house is about to be foreclosed on in a matter of a few weeks in November, right?
Again?
So, again.
Ooh, really?
So, yes, really. I have to take a sidebar real quick because it's so funny the things that go on while we're recording that people have no idea. Like, we just have to stop recording real quick because I'm like, my blood sugar's going low. I'm getting the shakes and I'm sweating and I'm cold. I'm going to have to pass out on this fucking mic real quick. Can you abort mission for a second and let a bitch get herself together? Then the fucking animals start going into a whole animal attack in here.
Yeah.
You guys have no, I wish we could like record it. If we record this visually, it would be horrible.
Well, I mean, did someone just fall outside?
Yeah, the skeleton outside just fell really hard. It just, a lot of things go down that you guys just have no clue.
You guys have no idea what the magic of editing actually does.
Yeah, as much as I make fun of producer James, he does a lot of producing when we're done because
It's a lot of cleanup around here.
yeah, there's not one episode of the show where it has just been smooth,
Never.
straight through, never, ever, ever. I mean, it's like a cat jumps on the mic or like.
We had to pause 11 minutes in because our daughter came in the room, picked up the dog, and the dog started squalling.
And she just sat there. Just sat there. You have to say, I'm like, cut, bitch, do you not hear that they're squalling because you're in here and we're in the middle of recording? Oh, my bad. I was trying to get him to stop. Well, that was an epic fucking fail because he's getting louder and louder and louder.
Our one audience member who's wrecking everything.
Oh, my God. And so while we had to pause so I could go get sugar and food in my system, we had like an argument about how old Kim Zolciak is. Like a full-blown fight almost. Like, he's like, oh, she's 55 years old. I'm like, no, she's not. She's 45 years old. No, she's not. I'm like, I have literally been watching her on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That first, she's like a year older than us. No, she's not. It says 55 right here. Well, multiple sources. I'm like, I'm the source you need to listen to. She's 45. Jeez.
She's 45.
I know. He was like seriously gonna argue. Look,
I was going by Wikipedia.
You can argue with me about 2 + 2 equaling 5, because that's some stupid shit I'd say. You can argue with me all day long about that. You can argue all day long with me about what 20% of something is, because I don't know. You could probably argue with me to name all the planets, because I'm probably going to miss one, okay? You can argue with me whether the sky is blue, because I'm like, if you think it's pink, we're going to rock with pink. Argue me down all day. But you do not argue me down about pop culture, okay, and reality TV stars. Like, I know this shit right here by the back of my fucking hand, okay? I will, before I let you tell me I'm wrong about celebrity news and gossip, I'll let you cut my pinky finger off. I know what I am talking about, okay? This bitch may look 55, but she is 45 years old. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care what the Wikipedia said. And it did say 55, but it was wrong. Because I'm the motherfucking Wikipedia for these hoes. I am.
Keishapedia says it.
Yes.
You have no idea how much spit you have like sent my way.
Because I'm passionate.
You
well,
are.
you normally like spit a little bit of spit on you.
I do.
You do. Okay, so back to Kim and this foreclosure. I'm just ready for this house to either get foreclosed or sold.
I'm ready for them to be homeless.
I'm sick of hearing about this fucking house. So right now she's begging a judge to stop the foreclosure because her kids will be homeless. Well, bitch, that's what happens when your parents don't pay their house note. Yes, you and your children therefore become homeless. They've had plenty of time to find somewhere else to live.
Everybody suffers when their parents don't pay.
Yeah, well, your parents don't pay their and this has been going on for a very long time. This is not something new. Yeah, you go rent a house, okay? Go rent a house. Just
downsize.
Yes, and I hate this because she's basically saying my kids are going to be on the streets. No, they're not going to be on the streets, Kim, because there's two of them who are adults, but they still technically kind of live at home, and they've got the 4 little ones. Like, go suck Big Papa's dick, get a loan from him, and go. I feel not sorry for her. You know what I mean? I feel sorry for her kids because they've got 2 idiots as parents, that I do. And they keep calling the police every time there's a disagreement. If every time producer James and I had a disagreement and I called the police, they would start charging us. Literally. They were like, oh, here's your bill for the month. That is how often that I would literally, if I were the police, would say, unless you 2 motherfuckers get into a physical altercation and one of you tries to drown the other one in that green pool outside, don't call us. We're not interested.
Somebody's getting tased, no matter what.
Somebody better be black and blue, blood on the floor, something. I better see a knife or something. Like, someone better have a fucking gun. No, don't even have the gun out. I need someone to be shot.
Yeah, we need a shot.
We need a shot. Yes. So she's begging. So I don't know. I will say this. This house has been on the block for foreclosure like 17 times, and every time it doesn't get foreclosed on. I don't know the reason behind it, all of this. I feel like whatever they have done to stop the foreclosure, they could have done so there was no foreclosure.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You think so?
So I saw this just popped up today that there's like another $29,000 tax lien that they've got to pay.
Boy.
All right. But this bitch just last week, this is what happened.
I saw this.
There's a couple of things that happened. She filed with the court so she could have sole custody of their kids.
Yep. Which they seem to be doing back and forth now. Because didn't Croy do that?
He did that. So now she's finally doing it because she's trying to look good.
I guess no one's decided any of this yet.
Well, because they're not divorced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Filing for the sake of filing.
Yeah, they're not divorced. Oh, wow. So she does this last week. 2 or 3 days later, she's posting a video because she's in California and she's about to get some stuff done to her face with this doctor who's probably giving her a discount. And she's like, I'm also going to get vaginal rejuvenation. Okay, you need that because that's how you make your money. I get that. I get it. That's just maintenance. I get it. I agree.
That's getting your oil change.
Yes, it is, basically. But then we see that Croy went with her to get this done.
Okay.
Aren't y'all getting a divorce? Wasn't the police called just the week before? Y'all can't even be on the same floor of the house at the same time. Period, point blank. That's why I keep saying they're playing us for pickles over here. Oh, yeah. So then we learn that she actually spent $30,000 on that vaginal rejuvenation. What? Bitch, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing to your pussy for it to take $30,000 to get it fixed.
$30,000 for a 45-year-old pussy, just a tune-up.
It's seen a lot of it's had some mileage on it, James. And I'm not just talking about the 6 kids that she pushed out. I think there's been a lot of it's had some runs on it. Yes, it has. Yep. It probably looks like the Arby's sandwich. If I had to guess. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, the meats.
Cause I'm just like $30,000 and that was a discount, bitch. Like You need to be selling your pussy story to Lifetime. I think you could get a bit more. Like, we really want to know what is going on down there.
That could be like an Eli Roth kind of horror movie.
Something. I'm like, what all have you? Your house should not be in foreclosure if it takes $30,000 for you to get vaginal rejuvenation. You should have all the money in the world.
Your house, you need that kind of rejuvenation if you were doing things to keep your house from being foreclosed on.
Well, I
but
mean,
apparently,
I'm just like, remember? I don't know if you remember. You used to could just go to a med spa to get vaginal rejuvenation.
Yeah, didn't we? Didn't one of the reality shows like they showed like the wand and somebody?
Yeah. That was on Love After Lockup.
Yeah.
We saw the girl, like we were in the room and she was getting it done. Yeah. But I'm sure things have changed. You can, have your hymen put back in. There's all kinds of shit that you can do. You just reinstall it. I mean, they may go in there and just fix it.
I know they can do the tightening. They can do the labiaplasty where they like trim the lips.
I think she's getting it all done.
Just an overhaul. She just had a fucking overhaul.
I mean, for $30,000, I mean, they are basically giving her pussy a new birth certificate. Okay, that's what I think.
She's 45 and her pussy's 18.
Yeah, I mean, they have started all the way over with that pussy.
Her tits are 25 and her pussy's 18.
But yet has a $29,000 tax lien and she's begging the courts.
I just don't. I mean, where the fuck does she get that money? And why the fuck does she think? Maybe her thinking is, like you said, this is my moneymaker, literally.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I should be investing in.
I guess
because it ain't anything useful.
I mean, she has no talent.
No.
I mean, and Bravo has basically said we don't want her back on here.
Oh no.
I mean, because here.
How could you? How could you film?
I don't know. I mean, I wish this shit was being filmed. Are you kidding?
No, I'm just thinking, how could you? It seems like every fucking week there's some new complication. I'm sure there's.
Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff we want to see on Bravo TV.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I think that Bravo doesn't want to pay her the money that she would ask for.
Oh, of course not.
You know what I mean?
Oh, she thinks she's worth part of the party money.
Yes.
And she's not.
Or more.
They are WeTV at this point.
They basically, yes,
they're
they
WeTV.
are. Yes. All right. So after this break, we're going to talk about, some other reality TV stars getting in trouble. So we'll be right back. The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha. Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. You know what, you guys, if you are enjoying this podcast, if it makes you laugh, if it puts a smile on your face, go on over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star Apple review. We just would love it. You don't even have to write out anything, but just give us 5 stars.
Yeah. And
tell a friend about the show. Spread the love. Other people need to laugh as well. And you can always, always, always listen to the show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, all those good places. And remember to check me out every Monday as we recap Love After Doing Life After Lockup on Pink Shade Podcast. And leave us a 5-star review on there as well. Tell them how much you love Keisha being on that show. All right, so Kel Lowry, who we all know from 16 and Pregnant, Teen Mom, blah, 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 blah.
And her appearance on the Libra Lounge.
Oh, yeah, a few years back. Yes, she was. She finally announced almost a year later that she did indeed give birth to baby number 5 last year.
5.
Baby number 5.
How many daddies?
Baby daddy number 4.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, she's got them in every race. It's like a rainbow coalition. I mean, yeah, she is like, I am all about diversity. I'm going to show the world this is how you love right here.
Her
like,
pussy is incredibly inclusive.
Yes, like race does not matter. Look at all these boys that I have right here. I mean, she's got the one, her oldest boy, Isaac, which that was how we got to know Kel. Right. It's half Hispanic. Then she has a son with not another baby daddy, her ex-husband. He is Hispanic. Then she's got the 2 boys from third baby daddy, and their dad is half black, and there's some Spanish in there somewhere. And then she's got this new guy who is all black, and she has a baby for him. And the rumor is that she is currently pregnant with twins.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking breeder.
Wherever Kim Zolciak got her vaginal rejuvenation from, Kel may need to pay them a visit as well. Yeah. So she's she's likable, but then she's unlikable. You know what I mean? It's like, why didn't you just say you had another baby? I mean, we saw you, at Wawa, and your fucking stomach was up to your double chin. Bitch, you're pregnant. We know that you are pregnant. We just haven't seen a picture of the baby. I mean, which, me being the sleuth that I am, I did find pictures of the baby before she even announced that she had the fifth baby. And if you follow the Libra Lounge with Keisha on Instagram, you saw those pictures because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to post it. And I don't care. I'm not on any level where anyone can sue me. So I just don't give a fuck. So yeah, I posted pictures because I constantly stay in other people's business and I'm constantly looking for stuff. And I saw the baby. He's real cute and he's black looking. Okay. Yeah. So currently she's supposed to be pregnant with twins, which again, people have caught pictures of her. And yes, it damn near look like you're pregnant with triplets. That's how big your stomach is. But yet, and you know how some people carry their pregnancy in their face, like it's in their nose. She looks pregnant. I don't get what the big secret is. We get it. We expect for you to have about 10 baby daddies at this point. I mean, I don't know if she's trying to get like a TV show all about having these kids or what. She keeps having fucking boys.
They already have a show called All My Children.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to be like Kate plus 8. I don't know. I don't know. Kel plus 8. Maybe that's what she's going for here. But yes, thanks, Kel. Yeah, like this week she even showed the baby shower from last year. I'm like, bitch, we don't really want to see that now. I mean, we know you have the baby. We don't want to see you at the baby shower in your fucking flannel. Who wears a flannel to their baby shower? It's kind of weird. Anyway, so another celebrity, Catherine Dennis. We know her from Southern Charm. She hasn't been on there the last 2 seasons because she kind of sucks. And, when she called that one black woman a monkey, that wasn't real cute. They gave her another chance on Southern Charm, but she just couldn't bring it. And she's always in some kind of trouble. This time she did a hit and run. Yeah. Hit and run of a police officer.
Ooh.
Who was directing school traffic. Okay.
God damn. So, yeah. Hit a police officer, hit and run in front of a school while he was directing school traffic.
Yeah, and what makes it worse is that he's not officer of the fucking year because he's directing school traffic. Like, no police officer wants that gig. No police officer wants to say, hey, yeah, I'm the one you see out there at 3:30 every afternoon directing school traffic. No, you want the police officer like, I'm on SWAT. You know what I mean? This poor guy or woman, I'm not sure who it is. Yeah, she hit them and then kept going.
Yeah, that is the one part of the police department that doesn't have its own show.
Well, yeah, because
we got SWAT, we got CSI, SVU.
You ain't about to see a police officer show about directing traffic.
We don't have school traffic.
Yeah, because normally there's like a 65-year-old woman out there. They're called crossing guards who kind of do that job right there. So she did a hit and run as if there's not cameras around the school. I'm sure there was probably a camera on a body cam. Or don't they even have cameras inside the police cars at this point?
They have cameras everywhere if you're police.
Yeah, so they immediately found that, the license plate was registered to her vehicle. But so far there has not been an arrest. But that's really not that surprising to me because when you're white and a female and kind of cute, you can get away with shit like that. They probably won't fucking arrest her until January 1st. Because you can do that. When you're black, no, they will surround your house at this point right now. And they really will have SWAT breaking down your goddamn door. If you fucking hit a police officer, are you kidding me?
Yep.
You would have first of all, you would have never made it off the scene and he would have been shooting up your goddamn car. So yeah, I'm going to be following this story. Maybe there's an update. And so I think, people who have followed her since Southern Charm and all of her drug issues, all the issues with her baby daddy taking the kids, maybe he's kind of on to something. Like, he's done a lot of disgusting things too, but maybe he's the better of the two for the kids because she just lost some kind of visitations with them recently. Bitch, you finna to see CNN or how your visitation is going to be cut down to Sundays, to once a month at this point. All right, so lastly, I have to give you an update from the swamp. Okay? Janelle Evans. All right, so we all know, I think the last time we had a show, Jace had run away for like the third time. And I think he was in the hospital. We didn't have a lot of details. Then we saw that he was with Barb. Someone was like at a stoplight and they saw a picture of them. And he looked really good. He looked really happy, him and Babs, all right? So, you know, this bitch, Janelle, has gone on a campaign saying nothing happened. It's all fake. It's her mom. It's her mom. Her mom is making up all these lies. And CPS is on her side. The police is on her side. The truth will prevail. It's going to prevail. Well, it prevailed, and now there's an arrest warrant out for her fucking husband for child abuse, which she says again, the police system is corrupt. You can only say that when you're black. You can only say the police department is corrupt when you're black or poor. That is not going to work for white trash, which is what she is, okay? They're usually on your side. So more things have been coming out. So there was a court appearance that she went to. This was the first one. And this was before we had any details about what happened. And David went with her to court and they immediately made him leave.
Right.
That's a little bit suspicious right there. I'm like, wonder what could have gone on. You know what I mean? So then it got to a point where all the kids had to be questioned by CPS. And Jay specifically requested that Janelle not be there when he spoke to them. Ooh. All right. So apparently CPS went out to Janelle's home to, in front of her, in front of David, talk to the other kids. First time they didn't let them in. Second time he fucking gets a gun because he thinks they're strangers. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this. You know what a CPS worker looks like. We've all seen them. We've seen them on television. They usually dress in a brown skirt, I'm talking like dookie brown cardigan, hair in a bun, and having a fucking pair of glasses from Walmart. They all look the same. And they usually have a police escort with them.
And a folder.
And they always have a blue or vanilla colored
folder. Yes,
always. We know what they look like. So since they wouldn't let them in, so now the kids were able to be questioned without their parents. Good. Which, yeah, that's what needs to happen anyway. So then we found out that Jace said that David had done something to him. He had abused him, which that is no huge shock to any of us. Remember, this is the same man who killed a dog on their land and also broke Janelle's collarbone on their land. So this week, we found out that, yes, allegedly he did abuse Jace. And from what we know, there was bruises on Jace's left side of his neck and bruises on the right side of his neck. Now, I'm no scientist and I'm no doctor, but usually if there's a bruises on the left and the right side of your neck, somebody choked your ass, okay? That meant someone put their hands around your throat and they choked you. And that is when, that night of that incident, that's when Jace ran away for the third time. So now we're waiting for him to be arrested. Janelle again is blaming everyone except for her fucking husband. She rather hold on. What is that song? Stand by your man? Stand by your man. She is truly standing. How you standing by a man that don't have a job?
I don't know.
How does that?
I'm a little jealous.
I know, because I wouldn't even stand by mine, and he works and pays all the goddamn bills. But if he looks at me crossways, I'm gonna beat the hell out of him and kick him out the fucking house. And that's just for looking at me funny. Even if he looks at my dog a little bit funny, I'm like, who the fuck you think you is? You need to go stand outside by the corner for a few days, because you're not about to be in this house. You're not gonna look at us up and down in any kind of fucking way that you want to. As a matter of fact, give me your keys and your debit card too. Go sit outside. This bitch let this man choke her son. And he is still break her collarbone. Can you imagine if you tried to break my collarbone?
You don't even like your collarbone touched.
Let alone broke.
Exactly.
Okay? We will never ever speak again. And everything that I can sue you for, I'm gonna sue you for everything that you worth, and you're not worth a lot, but I'm still gonna take it. Okay? I will actually, I'm like, you know what? He's not even white anymore. Make him be black. I want him to have real suffrage. Okay?
I'm gonna leave him negative.
I want him to walk around and have to be a black man for the rest of his goddamn life. Suffer, motherfucker, suffer. So she's still taking up for this guy. She made a post that she is done with social media. She needs privacy. Yes, she's recording everything up until where she goes to court. And actually gave us a breakdown of what happened at court. She's like, there was so much paparazzi. It was like I was Britney Spears. Girl, stop. Just because you saw one fucking photographer from The Sun out there taking pictures, that does not mean you had lots of paparazzi.
One dude with an iPhone doesn't mean paparazzi.
Yeah, and really, no one needed to be out there because you're gonna tell us what you wore, what you said, what Babs said. Well, you're gonna lie, which we expect for that to come from you anyway. But it's like, I thought you wanted privacy. What happened to that privacy? So that is the end of our show. But I'm gonna ask producer James to do me one favor. We have a listener who absolutely loves the theme song for Bitch Please.
Oh.
So bad. And she's like, why did you guys stop doing Bitch Please? It's like, actually, we just kind of forgot about it. I said, I talked so much shit about these bitches during the show that I haven't awarded one. She's like, well, can you just play the music every time you talk about Janelle Evans? So since I just talked about Janelle Evans, we're going to end the show with the Bitch Please theme song.
All right.
And we will catch you guys next week. Bye.
Bitch, please. You be rolling down the street, telling stories. Bitch, you never tell the truth. Bitch, please. Everybody know you lying, bitch, cause all you do is lie.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.